is up, MikeBakafony Films? We're back with another Warframe video, and today we're gonna be showing off the Reaper Prime and the Frost Prime, which you should be seeing right now. And we're gonna talk about the stats and everything, our personal opinions, and
how to build them.
Yeah, what we think of the overall weapon, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, let's get started with the Reaper Prime.
Yeah. So this is personal opinion. So I personally think the Reaper Prime is above all a really good melee weapon. And it deals high damage. It does really good accuracy, and it's really good looking as well.
Yeah, but one thing to say about the Reaper Prime, it's a heavy weapon, so attack speeds will obviously be slower than the longsword. For statistic-wise, base damage is 40 with a base attack rate of 1. It's when you do your charge attack, you do like the sweet spin, and then it does 150 damage, and all the damage the damage is for the entire weapon. The damage is multiplied by 3, so it does 3 times damage against infested. So if you do a lot of infested missions, it'll just definitely be the weapon for you. And one thing to say about it, like the Reaper Prime and Hate, the reach is actually the shortest of all melee weapons, I think. So it doesn't have the best reach, so you'll have to get pretty close to hit the enemy. But it's still a good weapon, and if you could build it, I definitely recommend it. And yeah, that's about it for the statistics, statistic-wise.
Yeah, and this is how you build it. So basically what you do is, I'm pretty sure you guys heard of void missions. You need void keys to unlock the void, and from there you need to farm these components that you need for your Reaper Prime, and you get the components by completing missions. And there's different tiers: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, also known as tower 1, tower 2, tower 3. So overall this weapon is pretty rare to obtain. The 3 components are fairly rare, but the most rarest is the blade. But
and you could get the blade as a common drop from tower 3s, but tower 3s are a rare item. But if you buy a void key pack, you're guaranteed to have a rare void key, so you'll have a tower 3 anyways. So if you want the Latron Prime receiver, I think, and the Reaper blade, you could just do tower 3s and get as a common drop from there.
Yeah. And tower 1 and tower 2, it's really difficult to get it, so I recommend you guys to just get it from tower 3. Really smart to do that.
Oh, and one thing to note, a lot of people, they think the Reaper Prime should be buff, and they prefer the Hate. And one reason because of that is because the Hate, it just does flat out more damage with 10 more damage for base attack and 50 more damage for charge attacks. But one thing to note about the Reaper Prime is, you know, it looks awesome with all the gold bling and whatnot. So it's personal preference, but the Reaper Prime, some might consider it easier to make because for the Hate you need like 6,000 nanospores and 5,000 alloy plate and something else. Hold on, let me pull that up really quick.
And so the Hate is the most similar weapon to the
they're both scythes that do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
And so the Hate, it needs 10 Morphix, 5,000 ferrite, 6,000 nanospores, and 4,500 salvage. So if you can't get the blade but you have those resources and you kill the stalker to get that blueprint, you could build the Hate if you choose. But if you really want the Reaper Prime, I'd go to the void missions. And something else to note, one of the hard components to get are the Orkin cells. You need 10 of those. Like normally you only need 1, but you need 10. So if you don't have much, you might have to do farming on Saturn for a while for those cells.
Indeed.
So like General Sergeant's Ruck, right?
Yeah. So that's if you guys need organ cells, I recommend you guys to farm Rook, the boss. He has the best chance of dropping it overall. So yeah.
Yeah. And let's go on to the Frost Prime. So the Frost Prime, he has 100 base health level 1, but it turns into 300 at level 30. And he also has 100 mana for power, and it turns into 150 at rank 30. He has 150 armor, which makes him one of the tanks in the game. Out of besides Rhino, Trinity, and it's only Frost. So Frost and Frost Prime, I don't think they do a damage difference, but they have a
appearance difference.
Yeah, nice visual aesthetic in the primes.
Yeah, and as you can see, they have gold plating. They have a different helmet. Their tattoos are different, and their body type is a little bit different.
Yeah. Oh, and one thing to note, because the Frost is a tank, its movement speed is reduced to 0.8, which it makes it one of the slower frames, but it is durable, so it has that to make up for it. And yeah, if you want a tank frame that does a lot of damage, does a good attacks like Snow Globe and Icicle Path and
Ice Wave, he means. Yeah. Ice Wave, Avalanche, Snow Globe, and Freeze.
Oh, if trolling is your thing, show them how to troll with the Ice Globes.
Oh, I need more mana. So you can basically spam these around the area.
And what is really annoying is when you're at the outside of it, you can't shoot through it.
Yeah,
so
So
if you cover like the entire map with snow globes, your teammates can't see anything or kill anything, so it'll piss them off like hell.
Exactly. So let's get on to how you build it. Okay, so I think you guys may know that the only way you can get the blueprints from the Extermination Weekend event from a few weeks ago. Actually, you can
Tower 3.
Yeah.
If you go Tower 3, it's also one of the 3 drops. 3 common drops, like the Frost Prime blueprint, the Reaper Reaper blade, and the Latron receiver barrel. So it's in that territory.
Yeah.
So apparently it's not exclusive.
Yeah. So
it's pretty hilarious.
If you have the time, the amount of keys, and yeah, you can actually get that from Tower 3. Yeah. It may sound like unrealistic, but it actually happened. I actually got it 2 times already. So
I never killed one fusion mower during the event, and I have the blueprint right now.
Yeah, because he got it from Tower 3. So it is possible, guys. And if you really want it, you can farm it there, and yeah. So how to build it? You need the systems, the helmet, and the chassis, of course. And they're all obtainable within the void. And they're all pretty rare to get, but you can get it. It's really easy to get. You just have to farm a lot.
Yeah, but for the helmet, you need 1 Nero sensor, 150 alloy plate, 150 polymer bundle, 500 ruby dough, and 1500 credits. You can rush it for 12 platinum. Takes 12 hours to build. Oh, 25 platinum. Sorry. And then the next component is the chassis. And for the chassis, you need 1000 ferrite, 1 morphix, 300 ruby dough, 15,000 credits, and it's the same rush and build time as the helmet.
Yeah.
And lastly, you need the systems, like the techie part that makes your Frost kill stuff. So you need 1 control module, 1 morphix, 500 salvage, 220 plastids, and 15,000 credits. Same build time and rush time. And to build it, once you get all those components, you can build your Frost Prime. It'll take 3 days, or you can rush it for 50 plat.
Yeah, and you also need 1 organ cell.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically the gist of everything. And I hope you found this beneficial.
And we hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, and if you want it, I strongly recommend you to get these 2 awesome items. And yeah.
And subscribe, like, favorite, and stay tuned because we're gonna have a stalker pack review later with despair, dread, and hate.
Yeah, and we're also gonna showcase the Latron Prime as well.
Yep. Alright, so see you guys later.
Okay, bye. Finally, I want you guys to see how the Frost actually attacks using his skills. And if I can find a good amount of mobs.
There's an ancient here if you want to kill it.
Alright, so this is the freeze. I didn't, no. Cut.
Oopsies. There's a healer over here.
Okay.
Healer.
So as you can see, this is the freeze skill. And this skill does damage as well as freezing your target. Now, since this is a mini boss, I won't freeze it that well, but it does freeze for a good amount of time. And it's useful for like defending against like a healer, as you can see, and letting time to kill it. And it also does a tiny bit of damage, but if you can upgrade it, it deals a lot of damage as well as higher duration. Now the second skill is called Ice Wave. It does a fair amount of damage, a good amount of damage, and it deals high vicinity damage, deals all around. And it's a very useful skill. It's similar to the slash dash and the rhino charge, but you don't actually charge. You just shoot like a row of icicles, as you can say, and then the dude.
Ice spikes.
Yeah, ice spikes, and it deals a lot of damage. But don't interpret mine as the original skill. I upgraded mine to the max, so the distance is really long. But it's actually not that long if you didn't upgrade it at first. Yeah, and if you upgrade it, it's really useful. And finally, the third skill is Snow Globe. It's really useful. It's a defensive skill. It protects your teammate against damage. Not melee damage, only incoming fire damage. It's useful against Grenier or Corpus. And you're completely invincible in it, unless they go inside, but usually they don't. And yeah,
it's like a portal. It's like a little tent that does the same thing as Rhino's Iron Skin, but your teammates can get in.
Yeah, it's really useful against gunfire. Not really that useful for melee, but it's still pretty useful. And you can shoot outside of it and melee outside of it. But one thing to know is that you cannot shoot inside. If you shoot,
like, you cannot shoot from the outside
to the inside, yeah. So as you can see, I can't shoot inside. So it's basically a force field. And finally, the fourth skill of the Frost is the ultimate. The ultimate is really useful. It deals high damage over a large radius, and it's basically an AoE attack. But if you didn't upgrade it at first, it doesn't have too much of a range. But if you upgrade it, it deals the range is really high, and you can basically kill a lot of enemies at one vicinity. So if I can show you guys it, I need more mana orbs.
There's like 0.
I know, right? Okay.
So there's a ton of guys.
As you guys can see, this is Avalanche. One of the most powerful skills in the game. It deals high damage.
Oh, those guys are still alive. Bro.
Yeah, it deals very high damage, and you can usually kill light armored units with one avalanche, but it's gonna take some time to kill heavy units like.
Cause like they never die.
Yeah, but overall the skills for Frost is very awesome. 3 attacking skills and 1 defensive skill, and I think it's a really good combination because you need both to have a good Warframe. And yeah, overall it's a really good Warframe. I suggest you to use it. And yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah. Dude, the guy's like, what the heck?